Hello, YouTube! What's up, my brothers and sisters? This is Kirikahi Matsumoto, aka Sonic the Blue Streak from YouTube, and today I'm going to be doing another SaberForge review. Now, this one is a very special review because, for one, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the only one of its kind circulating around on YouTube. And secondly, it's a review that I did not think I would be doing this soon. As you know, I already don't make a whole lot. I'm a county mounted lifeguard. I work part-time in construction as well to make a little extra. And what had happened was, this kind of forced my hand. You see, my katana ended up having some electrical issues with it. So, like, I pulled the kill key out and it wouldn't start properly. Like, sometimes it wouldn't start at all, sometimes it would start, but the blade's brightness, even when the optical frequency was set to 1, would not be holding steady, and the brightness would slowly get dimmer and dimmer. So I ended up sending it back for repairs. Now, it's not SaberForge's fault by any way, shape, or form, but I think what happened was the heat and the humidity of where I am. As you know, I live on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, kind of got to the inside of the metal, and I think it might have short-circuited a wire or two. So it's not their fault again, but like I said, I need to send it back. So that got me thinking, and I was thinking, okay, so what, just in case this happens again, I'm going to need to have a backup. And then the Saber had just recently got released. I think like maybe a month or a couple of weeks prior to. So I ended up liking the design a lot, and I took my chances, took a gamble, and I ended up getting the SaberForge Crystal Aries. This thing is a piece of beauty. This is incredible. As you know, samurai background and the Japanese ancestry, I'm a huge fan of a katana of a katana style sword. So I like the Suba on this thing. The Suba is smooth and polished, and it's kind of flared. So it allows for a better rotation on the knuckles of the thumb. And the best part, no sharp edges. That's the thing. So I can't cut myself if my thumb goes up like this and gouge my knuckle like I could on the katana. I wish the Suba were wider, because my katana Suba were 3 inches wide, and I'd also prefer it to be thicker. But, you know, it is nice, and it's much more comfortable to wield. So now I don't have to use gloves when I'm, sparring. So, again, body is nice and sleek. I also like the emitter on this thing. This thing gives almost like a very vintage, almost Graflex feel if you think about it. I wish, though, that this little tube here, that they would have cut it out and made kind of like an emitter window almost, kind of like what the Graflex did. And I think, if possible, I might do that. I just have to make time, or if I even want to tamper with it. But, again, whatever. I like the pommel. It's multi-vented. It's vented from the bottom and also has these little vents on the side. So in case you cover it, its noise will still come out. I also like for some reason, I also like the grenade-style grip of the body. And I know a lot of people or not a lot, but a few people on the SaberForge forum were complaining that this was uncomfortable. I don't see the problem. I think it's probably too because I work in construction, and my hands are a little rougher. And here's the other thing, another special thing that I did is, and the good thing is, I found out you can still order these. Per special request, I got one of these babies. The old style aluminum kill key. Now, I got this on the Etsy page. So because apparently their Etsy page is now for quick ship sabers, and believe it or not, from the time I placed the order for this to the time it actually got to my house was either under a week exact, or just slightly over. I forget which, I'll have to check, but it was very, very quick. So if you want quick ship sabers, go to their Etsy page. And I requested a Viridian sound font for this because I'm more light side. I don't have a shred of darkness in me. And Yeah, and I requested the old knurled knobs. The reason why I requested the old style aluminum knurled kill key is because I have huge monkey hands and sausage fingers, so I was having a hard time gripping the low profile plastic kill key. Plus the plastic kill key, again, I'm not trying to bash SaberForge, but it was kind of flimsy. So it actually broke on me. It broke in half. So I had to use a pair of pliers to pull the kill key out. So if you are a fan of the new kill keys, by all means get one. They're really nice looking. But if you prefer the old aluminum ones, you have to request that in the comments on the Etsy page, or you can just go to their main site, and I think they still have those as the kill key option. I have the standard blade plug, and also the standard equipment that comes with it is your V4 Infinity Edge blade, 37 inches in my case because, as you know, I'm 6'3" tall. The SaberForge business card, typical sheet that comes with it, warranty information, community instructions, blade installation, saber operations, battery charging, LED quick connects, your Allen key, or otherwise known as a hex key or hex wrench. And this one is quite a bit longer than the one that was initially given to me when I got my katana. And the other thing that's included is the charger. Now, I also requested this in my order as well, is a CoverTech belt clip. Now, some people may have reservations about whether or not they want to get it. Depends on if they want to hook their saber onto their belt or if it's an eyesore because it might be big and bulky. Trust me, you don't have to worry about the size if that's what's concerning you. It's only that big. That's not big at all. And I know I have big hands, but this is really tiny. To put this into perspective, it's not big at all. You barely notice it from this angle. So, and this doesn't even require a belt to hook it. As you can see, it's just a hook. You can just loop it over the top portion of your pants. So, also, this thing, like I said, is an excellent quality saber, and this is a crystal reveal. So what you do is you take your hex key, and there's this little retention screw on the top here. You loosen this out, and you want to loosen this a good amount of the way out, otherwise the retention screw is going to get caught on the crystal chamber and it won't open all the way. You twist it either to your right or left, depends on whether it is, and once you hear that pop, you slide it right open. This is an actual quartz crystal. I think it was imported, and there is, though, it's beautiful. It really is. I do have some reservations about this thing, though. One thing is the quick connects, LED quick connects, are not available on any crystal reveal sabers. The second thing is the opening of this chamber is not always smooth. I found this out the hard way through a couple of trial and error, and that's why I said you have to take the retention screw out a fair amount, otherwise it's going to snag and it's not going to open all the way. The other thing I found out is, which is kind of a con, I mean, it's not a big deal for me because I found a way around it, but if you are somebody who likes symmetry, kind of like how I do, you're going to find this annoying. One thing I found out is if you close the chamber all the way and twist it and screw it till it locks, this is what you're looking at. As you can see, it's out of symmetry. And if you're anybody like me who's a big fan, who likes that and like things a little more neat, it's going to get annoying to you. But me, it's not so big a deal because I did find a way around that, because you want things to be in place. What happened was, this is not part of the switch section. This is I can't remember what end this is, female or male, but this is basically a connector. And this retention screw, right there, is what holds the crystal chamber and LED unit in place. If you loosen that, you can twist and pull the LED unit and / crystal chamber out all the way, or you can adjust it. What I did was I turned the chamber to the left and made it so that this bar here was in line with the switch section. So that way, when I close this and tighten it, the retention screw sits directly on that bar and it will not move. And I'm a pretty strong guy, and this is not moving at all. The trick is getting it, to the exact point where you want it, because and it may be a big hassle to somebody, but it's not so much to me, because I like tinkering with things. So that's the only real downside to this, as far as I can see. There is one other minor annoyance. It's this shield around the switch section. Now, if you're somebody like me who likes to grip their saber firmly and use a lot of power in their strikes, the shield around the switch section will press up against your thumb. And as you can see, there's a bit of an indentation. So it's not a big deal for me because I'm kind of used to this kind of stuff. But if you don't like that, you're probably going to be better off getting a different one, or even more so, go with an ASP system. Create your own. Shop Saber Parts is open, to the public. So if you want to create your own lightsaber, go ahead and check that store out. What else is there? Oh yeah. So I got this. I was gonna do light blue, but then I was in contact with City of Sabers on YouTube, and he is telling me that the Arctic blue is actually brighter than their light blue, and I found that a bit of a shock. But because I'm not a big fan of green, I don't know if anybody knows that, but I'm not. To each their own, but green is not really my thing. So I ended up getting a 12-watt plus Arctic blue, and I was surprised. There's no sign of hint of green in this at all. This is reminiscent of the color of the sky, so which is kind of what I was looking for, and I'm glad I stuck with this choice, because cyan, my friend Jordan, which I posted the video of him spinning his girlfriend Shani's Acolyte, has a 12-watt plus cyan option, not plus 12 watts, sorry. And that's the cyan option. It does look a little greenish, so that's not me. But anyways, let's get started with the viewing. SaberForge Crystal Aries, Radiant Sound Font, 12-watt plus, Arctic Blue. Look at that. And this is fresh off a full charge, so there's no, the light is going to be at maximum brightness. Now, crystal chamber looks gorgeous. It is incredible. Now, let me tighten this back, or rather put this to where it's supposed to be. There. Standard blade plug design, segmented, almost like an arc reactor if you think about it. Yes, I am a big Marvel Comics nut, and speaking of which, before I get on with the blade demonstration, and as you know, the Suicide Squad movie came out, not too long ago. I think it was earlier this month, and I finally got to go see it. I'm kind of partial to the movie, but my favorite thing in the movie was Harley Quinn. Obviously, Margot Robbie nailed it. She was the perfect Harley Quinn. The only thing I didn't like was the costume she wore. I'm not too big a fan of that. And call me crazy or biased, but I prefer the old look in, the Batman animated series cartoon. Because if you think about it, Harley Quinn's very name is a pun on the word Harlequin. And Harlequin, for those who don't know, is the outfit that a jester would wear. And kind of coincidentally, Jester was another name for Joker. Or Joker was rather another name for Jester. So it kind of makes sense that it would be like that. Joker, Jester, alongside each other. So anyways, so I prefer the old Harlequin look. Will Smith, I kind of miss it. You know, it just more Harley. It just speaks more Harley to me. Plus, you know, even as good as Margot Robbie was, you're never gonna beat Arlene Sorkin. You're not. So, but also Will Smith was good as Deadshot, and I also liked Ezra Miller's cameo as the Flash. Now, I'm a huge Flash fan, as the Flash on the CW is my personal favorite superhero show, any show actually. And me, because I'm a big physics nerd, you know, I like the fact that they use the real world physics and incorporate that into something to make it more believable, I guess. So, like I said, you know, it's just me. So, but let me know in the comments below, what were your opinions on Suicide Squad? And also, what films are you looking forward to next year? My personal ones that I'm looking forward to is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Justice League, and I think it's Black Panther that's coming out? I can't remember, but yeah, but like I said, Ezra Miller, I kind of had my doubts about him as Barry Allen at first, but then I saw the Justice League trailer, I thought, okay, he's pretty good. And then I saw the cameo in Suicide Squad, and I went, okay, he got it down. So I'm looking forward to those. Also, oh yeah, and also, you know, let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite SaberForge lightsaber thus far, and and also, what is your particular favorite blade color? I mean, this is just for, you know, curiosity's sake. I mean, I don't like to talk about any one topic, you know, during my videos. My apologies that my video is stretching long again, but I kind of like to interact with people, you know, on the other side of the screen. It kind of gets, you know, I don't know, it just has a more personal touch to it. But anyways, on to the main attraction. You know, speaking of the Joker, on to the main attraction. So, standard V4 37-inch blade, 12 up plus, Arctic blue. Scoot back so you can see. Now this time the room is much better lit, and I can get a much better angle. As the camera can clearly see, there are no dull spots in this thing whatsoever. And this I am very impressed with. I actually like this blade color better than the light blue, believe it or not. I thought I wouldn't, but I was wrong. So this thing is just phenomenal. I can't wait to show it off to Jordan, guys. He's going to flip, especially with the crystal chamber in it and everything. So anyways, that's it for the Crystal Aries. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this answers any questions you may have. Also, either tonight or next week, I'm going to be doing a video of the Crystal Reveal Aries in the dark to show you the same location as last time, the student lounge of the college I'm currently enrolled at, the University of Hawaii Maui College. And the walls are white, so it's going to give a good representation of what this thing looks like. I got tips from City of Sabers on how to do that. So that's exactly where I'm going to go. Same location as the other Blade Colors in the Dark videos, 12 watt plus Arctic Blue and eventually, if I start collecting soon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect all the shades of blue first. And eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video or / photo comparison, so that way, of those things side by side. So that way, if they want to know which colors to get or which is more accurate, you know, they have a visual aid to show them, you know, what is going to be closer to which. Because like I said, this thing is closer to sky blue. Light blue is closer to the Force Awakens. That's the kind of blue you're looking at. Medium blue, I'm thinking, is prequel trilogy, early prequel trilogy, and deep blue is like Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith kind. So cyan, I'm not sure where cyan would be found, but I don't think it's really in there. But anyways, I'm running out of time. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope this answers any questions you may have. Hopefully, you'll get a video soon. Good night, everybody.